What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Extra Digest podcast. My name is Nyash. They also happen to call me the Jabroni Slayer. One of the baddest podcasts in the 254. I have a man with me who's making his comeback courtesy of your demand. Out of, what do they call it? Public demand? He's back again. Making, I think, his could be fourth appearance since we started this podcast. I'm talking about none other than the vibrant, effervescent man like Waudo.
Delete my club.
The last time he was here, he was braggadocious, talking big, because his club has just smacked us out of the FA Cup.
Damn right.
Yeah, he's back now. His club has just gotten smacked by Tottenham. They are in the doldrums. He's flirting with the relegation. His mates right now in the 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 position. You're on your level squeeze.
The Tractor Boys are our rivals.
Are you get me? Yeah, like every time Wolves check out, you have to check. I saw you checking Wolves fixtures for the next 3 games.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They have Fulham, they have Bournemouth, so there's hope for me.
Yes.
There's hope for us United fans.
You know, for United fans, it's bad when you start checking Akina Ipswich wanacheza na nani. Akina Wolves wanacheza na nani. But yeah, welcome back, man. How you doing?
I'm happy to be back, bro.
Yeah?
I mean, as albeit pissed off of my, number one club, because in the Champions League, I also have Madrid, but my number one love is always Man United.
Correct.
I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to be pissed about the football, the tactics, the mice in the stadium, the hyena that Pogba buried, the raw chicken that was being served last season, the 209 microwave that Ronaldo still found.
Yes.
I don't know what to be pissed off about.
Oh, God, so many things, right?
Yeah.
You know
the leaking roof.
Masalale. If you are to have a choice of the things in the pecking order that's in a kuudhi sana, where would you start?
Of course, football. The football on the pitch has to be the first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sio fisilizikwa.
Maybe you imeleta curses now.
It could be the genesis of everything else. So Manchester United are doing badly. They were playing against Tottenham in what was dubbed as the El Shitico, El Crapico. What else was it dubbed as?
El Midico, El whatever. Yeah,
6-pointer. Yeah, Crisis FC, Crisis Derby. Turns out the one that is in more crisis than the other is Manchester United because they got slapped 1-0. A goal that you feel like maybe poor defending. Unajua kuna bao zingine unafunga tuko like, that was good. This one. Did you see the acres of space nani alikuwa na?
Diogo Dallo. God damn.
Courtesy of Diogo Dallo.
Jesus Christ. This kid. Yeah. I mean, from being our player of the season last season to being horrific in almost every game this season.
Yeah.
It's
what a
crazy.
Turnaround.
Because I remember even in the West Ham fixture that we lost, he was the one who practically put the final nail in Ten Hag's coffin. He missed an open chance.
Oh,
I remember it was him.
West Ham?
It was him, yeah.
It was
it was him.
Yes.
He missed that open chance, then the next week Ten Hag was sacked.
Yeah.
And ever since Amorim took over, man has been absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, going to that game, there are so many absentees. There was Ugarte was out. I don't know. How long is he out for?
Ugarte, weeks? A couple of weeks.
Just like Kobe Mino.
Yes.
Amad Diallo out for the season. The best player.
Damn right.
Kind of worrying, isn't it? Especially for Amad Diallo. What do you think about that?
I think it means right now we are going into games looking for 0-0 draws because we've lost out on goals. Yeah, our attack is dead. So, we are going into every game practically hoping for a 0-0 draw.
Yeah. Lisandro, of course, is out for the rest of the season. Amenda kutafuta Sauron. Is it Mount Mordor?
Jesus Christ.
In the Bilbo Baggins land, Zuko.
Yes.
Who else is out for the season? So you have
I think those key players. Because Mason Mount, we practically signed a ghost.
Absolutely.
I mean, seriously.
MIA like crazy.
Jesus Christ.
I was surprised. Where was Lenny Yoro?
Lenny Yoro, by the way, wasn't even on the bench, but he did say he had a bit of an illness.
Oh, okay.
That is what Amorim reported. Him and Eriksen had a little bit of an illness.
Yeah. So you had a midfield of course, Casemiro now and...
Bruno Fernandes were the midfield pivots, imagine.
On Bruno Fernandes, then of course the 210s you like saying is
Zaxi, Garnacho, and you know that brother that I hate,
The Undertaker.
Yeah.
And of course the only key thing, and maybe could be the brightest spark throughout the dull 90 minutes that you guys played, Patrick Dogu. How did you like his performance?
A bit mature. I think he showed me that in that 90-minute game, he showed me that he's one of our fittest players.
Yeah.
Considering he's coming from Lecce, where you don't expect the intensity of the training to be as intense as maybe like a Juventus or an Inter or those clubs going for the league.
Yeah.
So coming from Lecce and he's one of our fittest players tells me that there's definitely something wrong going on in the club.
Yeah.
Ever since, and it's not even just under Amorim. Of course, the focus of today's episode is under Amorim, but when you look at the post-Ferguson era, and especially, I'm going to focus on two managers. Forget Mourinho, forget Ole, who had the feel-good vibe, forget Moyes, forget Van Gaal. I'm looking at Ten Hag and Amorim, who are coming to the club after being heavily successful in their former clubs.
Yes.
And Ten Hag, who also brought players who were successful for him in his former club.
Yes.
And yet when they put on the jersey, they turn out dead. It's crazy.
I for one, honestly don't understand. Like, if you look post Ferguson,
look at the signings and the managers.
Zote.
Graveyard. Graveyard for players.
It's only one guy I would like single out and say, ijakuwa sort of dead.
Who? Because even Bruno right now is 50-50.
No, it's only Bruno.
Imeanza kuwa 50-50. Today he stinks, tomorrow he shines. Today he stinks, tomorrow he shines. Pogba, after that World Cup winning season, dead. Beefed with Mourinho, couldn't play well for us anymore. Zlatan, we signed him at an old age. Lukaku, apparently he turned fat when he was at a club. Same case to Luke Shaw. Look at Di Maria, hated being in Manchester. Falcao.
Maybe Hector Herrera?
Jesus Christ.
Was it Hector Herrera?
No, under Herrera. Under Herrera used to put I think under Herrera and McTominay from the academy were the guys who used to put in a good shift for the club. Other than that, most of our signings, even Martial started sulking, but Martial was a gunman. Because these chances that Garnacho is missing, Martial would be burying them.
He could be doing much better. I think it's only one guy who would say maybe turned out a bit better. It's only Bruno. Do you think Patrick Dogu might turn out to be something different?
It has to happen now. Like, he has to. There's a game this season where I think Casemiro was very pissed at Garnacho for not tracking back.
Yes.
So for me,
Liverpool or which team
I can't remember which game it was. But for me, I think Patrick Dogu, especially after that Spurs game, he has to, in our next game that is against Everton, if him and Garnacho are to form a partnership throughout the rest of the season, he has to hold Garnacho by the neck and tell him, bro, when I'm overlapping, pass me the ball. Pass me the ball. I can cross it. And maybe Højlund taps it in and it gets in the goal. Maybe. Keyword maybe.
Maybe. A big maybe, because he didn't do that.
Exactly.
Didn't do that. I mean, and then I saw the record saying you guys have not scored in 10 games. Clearly, you're lacking goals. And I was talking about this. I was talking about this with you earlier, the wild card, where you're now left with Rasmus and Zirkzee and Alejandro, right? Ronaldo's Robin. Then, and then jamaa mwenye muliuza, or rather took out on loan, deemed surplus, Rashford. But we also what he did against Barcelona.
Has started well.
Yes.
Has started well at Villa.
So has the man with crazy aura.
The spin master. The fidget spinner.
Fidget spinner. Mad aura. Who you actually one time said he was going to be the best Anthony Brazilian in the Prem.
Bro, man, I did.
Do you want to take that back?
Bro, I backed Anthony for the first 3 games. And then he...
No, he did not let you win the first game. He did not let you down the first game. First game he banged against Arsenal. Had a good performance. Correct.
Even in that season, the Europa League season, he did knock out Barcelona. It was him. He had a stellar performance. So I backed this brother. And then it all went down the drain. So now what he's doing at Real Betis, and you kick them out, you're like, oh my days. If these guys maybe were there, they think it would be something different. But then again, when they were there, they were not cooking. It's a lot of ifs, if you ask me. So where does that leave you as a club? And even as a manager, what do you think is going to happen if those guys continue kicking ass and your guys continue not kicking ass? I'm going to be very honest. If that is seen, because the higher ups will also have to understand, like, fair Amorim, this is not your team. But at the end of the day, these players that you've told us to loan out or rather try and sell, they are performing elsewhere. And I know for a fact, don't get me wrong, United, there's no way our training facilities are as good as Spurs or as at Man City right now. Because, we are still in the Old Trafford era where guys are trying to...
like Ronaldo said,
Yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, if it's in terms of the environment, then the manager has to be put into question. Because there's no you are telling me Anthony is thriving at Real Betis, Rashford is thriving at Villa, maybe Tyrell Malacia might thrive back at PSV Eindhoven. Maybe he might do something.
He was taken out on loan?
On loan to PSV.
Okay.
Maybe he might do something over there. And then when it comes to 1 month in, maybe at the start of April, we're like, these guys are cooking. Anthony already has like 8 goals. Rashford has probably 5 goals, 5 assists. How come you couldn't get that out of them? And it's down to that environment that Amorim has created.
Is it just... Do you feel like this is bigger than the guy?
Of course the manager? Of course it is.
So it can't be him then?
Of course it is. Because then now, I'm not saying we have to bring back that Ten Hag revisionarism, but... If Ten Hag couldn't cut it and he was cutting it at Ajax, Amorim couldn't cut it here and he's cut it at Sporting
Lisbon.
Surely there has to be... There's bigger things at the club going on. There has to be a study as to why in the post-Alex era, no manager apart from Mourinho has had the most success.
Goes back to Pogba. Kuzika haina. And you're saying you'd entertain...
Because when you dip it, if Amorim got the team that Mourinho had, I think we'd be better off.
Do you think we'll be cooking?
Because Mourinho had Matic, had Herrera, had Pogba, had Lukaku, had Rashford, had Martial, and we still couldn't cook.
Yeah.
Then when you go back down to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, of course, by that time Matic had left, so McTominay was a constant starter.
Yes.
Herrera had not yet left by the time. Lingard was constantly playing. Pogba was there. Look at Rashford, Martial, and Greenwood. That was lethal in that COVID season.
Yes.
Sancho, he signed Sancho. So you're like, we've had quality players before. But I'm looking at our team right now. I think our issue with the Amorim 3-4-3 is a structure issue. Because we're going to games. I wish I had a tactics board here. Because we're going to games having a back five. For me, that is not a back three anymore. It's a back five.
Okay.
Because if you have three centre backs and Mazraoui and Dalot, who are predominantly fullbacks.
But this time around, it was Mazraoui,
but this time,
Maguire.
Yes. Okay, and then you have Dalot on the wing
and Patrick Dogu.
Yes. Generally, if you have those two players, they should always be on the halfway line.
Yes.
Because your midfielders are robust. If you have Casemiro there, there's no you have Bruno there. You have another war dog. Because Casemiro at times in that game was left alone. Bruno was trying to cover everyone's position. And at the end of it, Bruno, you are 30, you're 31. You should be experienced enough to know what it takes to play in the midfield. So at the end of the day, if you leave Casemiro alone and the wing backs are coming back and they're not even defending, Jed Spence and Pedro Porro are going to have fun against you, because the essence of the wing backs in the 3-4-3 system is if Zaxi and Garnacho are cooking in the 10s, then the wing backs are overlapping.
Yes.
Keep Jed Spence in his 18-yard box. Keep Pedro Porro
back as much as possible.
That is what Victor Moses and Marcos Alonso did. That is what Grimaldo and Frimpong did when Leverkusen went unbeaten. And then the midfield does the defensive job before attackers get to the centre backs. So at the end of the day, I think our wing backs need to be attack minded. I've said it at the World Cup and I'll say it here again. I think if Ahmad was fit, Ahmad should have been the wing back, because Ahmad started this system so well as a wing back. And then you put Garnacho in there. I'm not saying they will come back and be the best defenders, but at the end of the day, if Ahmad and Garnacho are tracking back, they don't need to be the best one-on-one defenders. They just need to be there in terms of positioning. Just block the cross or do something. But if you win in the back, you know them two will bomb forward.
Bomb forward. Absolutely. They're not doing that, which now has left you with how many? Is it like 12 losses in the first 25 matches?
Exactly.
I told you at the World Cup, that's for me, ile team yenu 73-74.
Exactly.
Crazy, stupid number of years
back.
That's
Derby County form.
And now, the manager is still insisting he's not going to change his tactics. He's not going to change his style.
He will stick to his system.
Do you think that's sustainable, bro? Because if you continue collecting L's, I know there's 10 points between you and Wolves.
But that's not a guarantee.
And you're looking at, you don't have a firing team. It's not firing. Bro, it's very possible, like you're telling me, you might actually get caught up in the relegation. It's not even funny anymore. Unajua kuna time ulikuwa sema hivyo ikiwa jokes. We have 13 games to go. You're just 10 points clear of Wolves.
13 games to go. Look at our next
How many points
fixtures.
are you clear of ile team iko number 18?
West Ham, number 18 ni Ipswich. That is 12 points clear of Ipswich. 4 games.
Na mnacheza na Ipswich in the coming days.
Soon enough we're playing Ipswich. Right now on 29 points, we need at least 4 wins to secure safety. Out of the 13 games, 4 wins. Looking at our next fixtures against, comparing to Wolves, we play Everton away, they play Bournemouth away. Predominantly, in terms of form, those are defeats for both of us. So it still remains 10 points.
All right.
Next fixtures, as we play Ipswich at home, they host Fulham at their house. So that's also banana skin. Maybe we can try do something.
Because Ipswich is just like you now.
Yes, exactly. Ipswich might try and claw a draw or try get an away win.
Like they did with Villa.
Exactly. See? Where do we stand?
Goddamn.
Fulham might do something against them. So it might remain still 10 points or even go lower. Then after that, after we host Ipswich, we host Arsenal and they play Everton. Still tough fixtures. You can tell where I'm going. Like as long as we maintain that gap, we might be safe. But all in all, we still need 4 wins. Like I'm just like we need to get to that 40-point mark. We need to get to it.
You can see where they're coming from. The wins. It's crazy. Like. Manchester United are so bad right now. They are not even you're not being the relegation fight, but you're just avoiding it. Because all the teams below you are as shit as possible. Because you're just better than 4 teams.
Everton this week, everyone expects us to be beaten. Palace did a job on us in our own yard. Tottenham just beat us. Those are the 3 teams above us. Let's go below us. West Ham, right now they do a job on us. Kudus and Bowen.
Could be.
Wolves, Matthias Cunha, he's a goal threat. We don't have a goal threat.
But you're done with them already.
But we're done with them already. Ipswich, if Liam Delap is fit, we all know what he did to us in the first leg. Then we go to Leicester, we struggle to knock them out of the FA Cup. and Ahmad was fit, and people were fit in that fixture.
And now he's out.
And we struggled to knock them out.
Yes.
Then after Leicester, Southampton, thank God we are done with them. Because right now, there's no fixture we're going in and we are confident of that.
No. Shit.
No fixture. We're dusted.
Yo, you're actually just better than 4 teams.
We're dusted.
Arguable, because Wolves were bigger.
I'd say 2 teams. I'd say right now, in the way we play, we are the 18th best team in the league. Because Leicester also can't take their chances.
Yeah.
And I don't really know. And Southampton are already relegated.
Yeah, they're
Southampton already.
So done and dusted. All right. So, if this continues, the manager, does he get fired?
What I'll say is, I don't think his job is safe.
Yeah?
I think if February ends without a win, his job is not safe.
Because you know that involves you losing to Ipswich.
Yes.
Or not winning.
If February ends without a win, his job is definitely not safe. This is Man United.
Is he trying to say like he can't do a back
And you see, if Dan Ashworth is sackable when he just got 3 months into the job.
Yeah, after you haggling and doing whatever you did to get him.
And then Amorim is also sackable. Because Jim Ratcliffe right now, he should be. That's why I was pissed off we didn't sign anyone in January. Fair PSR to Lemea.
Yes.
But still, make a statement. Do something. Get a loan signing.
Yeah.
At least try a loan signing or something. Because Ratcliffe will also be like, you can't be the owner or the new footballing director that got Man United relegated.
Bro.
You cannot have that on your CV.
That's terrible.
You did so bad at Nice. Like at Nice, things are not good at Nice as much as they've improved right now.
Yeah.
Things are not good at Nice. Right now, across F1, Ineos are also involved with Mercedes, where things are also not looking, you know?
Yeah, Mercedes tulihama.
Exactly, tulihama, because our star boy is in red right now.
You get me? Absolutely. The red cartel continues.
So at the end of the day, Ineos and the Jim Ratcliffe and the Sir Dave Brailsford have to step up and be like, Amorim, you haven't won in the whole of February.
Yeah.
Bro, it's time to pack.
Do you think they'll be like, all right, so we are shit right now, but you know what? You're not going to fire you. I think stick with you through thick and thin until the shit turns around. It's not because of you. It's partly because of you. It's not entirely because of you. Do you think there could be a possibility of
I think there's only 2
ways. Just be like, of course, wait and bear.
There's no gray area. I think there's only 2 ways this goes.
Yeah.
Either they sack him, proper, like start of March. By the time the March international break comes, and this brother has no wins in the belt, I think they sack him. Or I think they take that risk where we were bantering Arsenal fans with after the Havertz injury, where you go into the free market and start begging free players on a free.
Shit,
hey, Pogba, please come utusaidie. Hey, sijui nani kuja utusaidie. Nini. Yeah.
Umetaja Pogba sana.
Yeah. Because I'm desperate.
Really? A dude who has not played football in God knows how long.
I really don't care. I really don't care what is going on out there.
Yeah.
I'm a United fan, but I'm also a Pogba fan. I was very disappointed when he came back because...
So there's more of you being a Pogba fan than thinking he could help you as a club?
All he did for us was win the Europa and he won the World Cup as a United player, but that's not a United trophy.
Yes.
That's his own trophy with the country.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I don't know why. Something is telling me we need someone who can at least give us that counter-attacking thing.
And is it
because I think with the counter-attack, if you put Pogba into that midfield, and let's say you have Casemiro or you have Ugarte, and then a Bruno Pogba, and then because Zaxi has no pace, you put Zaxi back in the bench, and then you now beg Højlund and Garnacho, please, Pogba will be giving you the passes. You guys have the pace. Can you just...
This guy you clipped from Arsenal.
Who?
The tall Jabroni.
Oh, Chido Obi Martin.
Chido Obi. And I dropped Gina Martin. I don't know how to
I don't know.
Chido Obi.
Hopefully he can get some game time.
Do you think we can make him maybe do like Ethan Nwaneri? Is it possible? Is it that good?
I think and this is a big shout.
Because he has not even trained with the first team.
This is a big shout. Amorim has the toughest job in the world right now. And the tougher job, because Højlund and Zaxi aren't really in the goals that much, he has to turn Chido Obi into the next Wayne Rooney. The Rooney that was at Everton.
Jeez.
That's why Ferguson went for him.
That's a big ask.
That's a big ask. Because right now, where are the goals coming from?
How is Chido doing in those under whatever?
He's banging goals.
Yeah?
Hat-trick here, brace here,
He's doing what, under 23s?
Yeah. He's getting the goals.
Yeah.
But you see, this is different gravy. And that's why I was very pissed off. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Don't put Chido Obi Martin into a cup final. Let's say you get to the Europa League. No, you don't. You can put him in the last 15 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But if it's Spurs and you're already 1-0 down in the 75th minute, a Spurs backline that is weakened, let that boy run at Ben Davis. Let that boy run at Ben Davis.
He could have done better.
Give Sekokune a chance. Put Bruno or put Casemiro on the bench. Give Aiden Heaven a chance. Get rid of Maguire. Get rid of the leak to some.
Give someone a chance. You guys, man. We give you even Heaven, and you are devils.
Still in hell.
And you're still in hell. Like, goddamn.
Yeah.
Right, so
I think that is what pissed me off, I think.
Yeah.
But looking at... I also don't think he's going to play them against Everton. I don't think he's going to play them against Wolves. I think the likeliest game they'll get, like full game, is probably the Leicester Premier League fixture. Not even the Fulham FA Cup tie.
Oh.
Yeah. Because Fulham will be difficult.
For you guys. Absolutely important. All right, so that's that. I don't know why you guys can't do... Can't do like the Arsenal, like, we're just picking guys and just slotting them as strikers and banging goals. You're picking a 17-year-old, putting him as a goddamn right winger, replacing Saka and banging goals. Picking an 18-year-old.
But we've done that before.
When are you doing that?
When Rashford burst onto the scene, he did that. When Greenwood burst onto the scene, he did what Nwaneri is doing, and he did better.
Where did that get you?
Well, Greenwood made his own decisions.
Oh, yeah.
Greenwood made his own decisions. And Rashford decided to feed kids instead of feeding goalkeepers.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, they made their decision.
Absolutely. So it's not looking good for you guys. I mean, I know you might not get caught up in the relegation fight and all that stuff, but I don't fancy your chances to go higher.
Yeah, but from a banter perspective, if we finish 16th, Mungu Baba to pay to Europa. Just for shithousery. To pay to Europa.
It will be so criminal.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the odds of Manchester United finishing like 16th in the league, but with the Europa League? But I don't think you do.
But I don't think so, because
to finish 16, you have to
look
be
at
really
it this
shit.
way. Look at it this way. United never...
Maybe a FA Cup.
In our history, even under Fergie times, we've never had a good record against Spanish sides. In the Europa League, Real Betis is there. And UEFA competitions, a lone player can play against their parent club. So if
you allow?
If we get, in UEFA competitions...
I don't think you'll allow that.
In UEFA, of course we will. In UEFA competitions, we might get Anthony. And Anthony might dunk on us.
On you.
Forget the Spanish record, poor record against Spanish sides that we have.
Yeah.
We had a chance to beat Tottenham 3 times this season. Yes. We haven't. So if you get Tottenham over 2 legs, it's also a banana skin.
Absolutely.
Look at Galatasaray. Their goals, scoring goals left, right, center.
Yes.
We don't know what could happen if you get Osimhen and Demman to cook against us.
Cook, no lie.
And then right now, I think on Thursday, there's the second leg, Porto versus Roma. I'm pretty sure if you get one of those clubs, we will still struggle to beat them.
Wait, it's one of those 2 clubs that you're going to get?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the bracket, but you see, either way, if they make it further or if we make it further, at some point, we drew with Porto 3-3 while we were 2-0 up.
Goddamn.
Away to their ground.
Wait,
this season.
You drew with Porto?
In the league phase.
3-3 when you were 2-0 up.
Samu Omoridon terrorized our backline.
Oh, yeah, I think I do recall that one. Yeah.
We struggled to beat Victoria Pleasant. FC 20 came to our yard and took a point. Guys are forgetting these results.
No way.
Guys are forgetting these results.
No way winning the Europa League. No way.
Guys are forgetting these results.
You're going to get nothing. Man United are getting nothing this season. All right. So that's really terrible. Something you'll have to give somewhere, I think. Otherwise,
because
Amorim might just
I'm
get
very
fired.
sure. Stuff we can scam an FA Cup. Of course, you need the hope. But realistically, I don't think we retain it. I don't think we retain it.
There are way too many other teams which are better than you who are still in it. So that's what's up with Manchester United. On the same day, you're playing against Liverpool. Liverpool, of course, they had to do something after Arsenal won against Leicester.
Yes.
Wolves. Well, watu wananiambia Wolves yulembea Liverpool because they did the same against them in Molineux. So this is not something to really worry about. Because for me, I was like, you're struggling against Wolves after getting a draw against Everton. Yeah. Could they be faltering? Do you think they are? Did you watch that game?
I think yes, I did. Yes, I did.
They
especially in the second half. I've never seen Salah throw his hands and throw tantrums like that.
He did.
And this run of games where they have, I think, 5 games in 15 days, or is it a game every 3 days?
Yep.
That's going to be very difficult.
Might just be a problem.
That's going to be very difficult because we all know against Villa, Rashford always lights up when he sees 66.
Absolutely.
And I think that Wolves game, if that Wolves game, Alisson Becker is not starting that game. I'm not saying Coleman Kelleher is a dead keeper, but if Alisson doesn't start that game, I think Liverpool lose 3-2.
Against Villa?
Because there were 2 key saves that Alisson made against Wolves.
Yeah.
I think they lose it 3-2.
There was like a black dude who I think was African.
Yeah.
I think it's junior country guy.
Substitute appearance.
Alipewa like a proper one-on-one and he fluffed it.
Yes.
I don't think Oli does that. Or even Rashford.
At the end of the day, Liverpool have to now pull up their socks. Buddha. This is the stage of the competition where you're like...
Yeah. The only time Liverpool survived a run-in at Anfield when the whole crowd is watching was in 1990.
Because we were all alive when we saw the 2014 one. We all saw Dwight Gale do the thing when it was Crystal Palace versus Wolves. We all saw their captain do the thing. Was there a banana peel on the ground? I don't know.
You saw that? There was no one at Anfield to see the COVID cup.
True. The fans did not celebrate
they did.
at the stadium.
And the cup was super. You could feel the nerves in that game.
Oh my God.
Walikuwa Maguire, bro. So the last time Liverpool did a successful run in and went all the way was in 1990.
80s? Oh my God.
I think 89-90 season, if I'm not wrong, or 1991. No,
and right
89-90.
Now, when you look at that league table, 7 points ain't really that big a deal.
No.
Because Villa are also trying to fight for Europe. As much as they're in the Champions League, and we all know Villa won't win it, they're still trying to fight. If they don't get top 4, let's get top 5, let's get top 6.
Yeah.
You look at Newcastle also. They also want that Europe. They also want that Carabao Cup. Newcastle also trying to fight. Mm-hmm. You look at Man City. They also want an FA Cup and top 4.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And those are their 3 next fixtures.
Absolutely.
Yo.
Which brings me to, I think they don't win any game in those next 3 games.
Yes.
Against Aston Villa, of course, I'm being a bit delusional as an Arsenal fan, but this is what fans is all about. In the next 3 fixtures, I don't think they win. I have a feeling there's 1-0 and 2 draws.
And 2 draws.
Yeah.
So you're looking at Villa. Villa, when they play Villa, that means you guys have a game in hand on
already.
Them. But your game in hand itachezwa akiwa cup final
yes.
And you guys, your game in hand is Chelsea. Chelsea at home.
Yes.
Chelsea at home. Beatable. Very beatable.
Easily.
Very beatable.
Easily.
So those games, enyewe, tricky games.
Chief.
Then afterwards, when they host Man City, I personally believe you'd have already beaten West Ham.
We have to. We are at the Emirates. No one has beaten us there.
And after that, when they host Newcastle,
you
guys are away at Forest.
Yes.
Iyo yenu itakuwa sasa goal rush. No, actually it will be on a Wednesday night.
Oh, fuck.
Same time. While you guys will be at halftime at Forest, they'll be kicking off against Newcastle. Tasty.
I kid you not. This might just be where they bottle it. I think I told you.
Do you know what?
I have a feeling.
Yes.
It might go down to 1 point between Arsenal and Liverpool by the time we go to Anfield.
Let's look at it this way.
If not,
you guys have West Ham, Forest, Chelsea.
West Ham, Forest, Man United.
No. Wait, United? No. I mean, I'm talking about the 3 games.
In the league,
because your game in hand yao ya Villa, yenu ni Chelsea.
Okay.
And then now the 2 games that you guys are playing at the same game week.
Sure.
So you guys have West Ham, Forest, and Chelsea. Forest is the only difficult one.
Absolutely, and it's very difficult.
Forest is very difficult, by the way, because even them, they are tippy-tappy.
Yes.
They'll want to pick up a good run in form.
Yes.
Then for them, they have Villa, they have City, they have Newcastle. Liverpool, in my book, their best record is Newcastle. Like Newcastle, they always have a knack of getting results against Newcastle.
Yeah, they nicked a draw at the St. James's Park.
But these other 2 fixtures, I have a feeling Pep might bend over for them, but you never know.
I don't.
Ile professional pride.
What a question! Like you have actually bounced
we
back.
Also want top 4, man.
Yeah.
You also want top 4.
Yeah, and you have bounced back now.
And Villa Park, Villa Park is always booming when a big club comes up.
Yo, Dracula. There's some blood you can suck on Wednesday, bruv. Like, go ahead and do the thing.
So when you dip it, right now you guys are on 7 points.
Yeah.
Let's say you beat West Ham and you beat Chelsea. You've clawed it down to 1 point. Let's say you beat West Ham and you beat Chelsea, but you lose to Forest. That means you'll be 53 plus 6. You'll be on 59 points.
Yes.
And then I think they'll beat Newcastle, so they'll be on 63.
All right.
And I think they draw City and they draw Liverpool. So they'll be at 65. They draw Aston Villa. I think they'll be at 65 while you guys are on 59. That 6-pointer,
6 points.
Now that 6 points is what will make the Anfield game a war game. I think so. That is what will make it a war game.
I think it's going to be a cracker, but of course, a lot of speculations. Yeah. We'll have to wait and see. But I don't know. Maybe the wheels could be falling off.
You're praying for that.
Absolutely. And when they do,
no.
We'll be there.
That's what I want.
We'll be there.
I want you to tell me, in your Nyash way, don't even tell me Arsenal fans around the world.
Yes.
What will you do if Liverpool capitulate? No. 1, if Liverpool capitulate. And 2, if you guys actually win it after 21 years.
First of all,
the capitulation part.
Yes.
In
a Liverpool fan.
Yes.
Please, when you see me coming your way, talker. Hide. I will roast your goddamn asses. I see you down. Secondly, I don't know what I will do. I think I'll be working with bodyguards from now on. First of all, I'm getting the WWE belt.
Yeah.
The champions
2025.
I think tachukua ile ya John Cena ile ya kurotate hivi. Finya tu hivi, the champion is here. And then I'll do an entrance ya Batista. post. I think I'll be walking around town with I'll do a bus ride.
I get.
Yeah, I'll do a bus ride in town. I'll talk to whoever needs to be talked to. Can you CPD or Central Police Station? We'll talk to them.
Day CBD ni yako.
Yes. I will own the Garden CBD. I'll after the Arsenal army. And we shall walk and do a bus ride and shall be captured via drone. I shall have this guy recording everything. And then it shall be a documentary. I don't know where we'll post it.
Dante. Amsha Nyash. Anaota hadi amekojoa.
They're going to be a bodyguards, bro.
And you wake up and stop dreaming.
Chief, I kid you not. If we win this one, after everything will be through. I know many figures seti. If we win this one after that, kwanza, they will never know peace. Never. For the next 1 year.
Wow.
And then, let me tell you, if we win it this year, we are defining it next season. Back-to-back trophies, bro. New measure.
Nyash, amka.
All right, back to reality. All right. So, that's Liverpool.
Yeah.
Of course, they had to do that because Arsenal beat Leicester City. Yes. And Arsenal, going into this game, we had no out-and-out striker.
True.
Front three of Nwaneri, Trossard,
and Sterling.
And Shillings.
Jesus Christ.
Sterling is atrocious, bro. He's just terrible. I don't know why. He's behaving like he's at Manchester United. You see, if someone like that plays like that at Man United, you don't question it.
But is Sterling really that bad, or are his legs running out, man?
Nah, he's bad.
He was lethal at Liverpool and at City.
He wasn't that bad at Chelsea.
Really?
Honestly, he wasn't.
Wow.
Look at his games at Chelsea. He wasn't that bad.
This season, let's be honest, we've only seen that 4-minute cameo in the FA Cup against United. He hasn't really done much.
Yeah, I think he has one assist only. Ali assist, guess who?
No way.
Ethan Nwaneri. No. Yeah. Some Carabao Cup. That's the only contribution he has done so far. Wow. So I don't understand what's up with him. So, of course, he was taken off. We had a few chances by then in that game. Kuna Chifulani, Nani Aliokia, Trossard, Odegaard. You know, it didn't work out. So,
Trossard is never good as a starter.
Yeah, but on the left wing, I think he cooks better than he does as a striker. Yeah, so in that game also, kulikuwa na 4 offside in the first half.
Yes.
So clearly, tulikuwa jaribu kuwashika kwa pace, but we are not keeping our lines well, or just his offside traps zilikuwa zinatunasa deadly. And then, of course, we take Sterling off, bring in man like Mikel Merino, duels monster. But then did you know this guy? And let me tell you why he's gonna cook. This guy, when you bought him, he had won the most duels in Europe. That was 20. When did we buy him?
See, this season ikianza. So last season.
Yeah, so 23-24.
At Sociedad. He had won the most duels. Well, you used to call him a duels monster. There's no surprise there because Spanish football is played on the ground. So if you lob a ball, even Peter Crouch could win all duels in Spanish.
Nah, absolutely not.
Bro, come on.
Why was he the best in Europe in the top 5 leagues?
See, because he also won the Euros. They have to gaslight that shit.
It's on his stats, bro. There's no gaslighting. So this guy knows how to attack the box. Even if you look at his goals that he scored by there for Arsenal, look at the goal he scored against Liverpool. Fantastic. Proper attacking of the box. The goal he scored against Brentford, like a poacher. Ile tu uko ndani. And then the 2 goals that he scored against Leicester.
I like the second goal, bro.
It was fantastic,
the second
goal
was
and even the first one, it was reminiscent of the header he did against Germany in the Euros. So, and there was those rumors of, he might do well as a striker, but I was like, nah.
You want a gunman.
Yeah, of course. But you were like, who the fuck else is there, man, to play as a striker for Arsenal? I could not see any. Yeah. So you're thinking like, so we are cooked. But then he came on and he scores, bro, and then he scores the second. And then he does score the second. You're thinking like, fucking hell, we're having another Kai Havertz.
One thing I was pissed off, and one thing that almost made me call most of the Arsenal fans that I know.
Yeah.
Before that second goal, I felt like Odegaard was trying to kill the counter.
Yeah.
He was trying to kill the counter before he passed it to Calafiori, who then moved it on to Trossard. I really didn't like that. This season mambo ya Odegaard kukakaa na ball sana. I think that has been very detrimental. It has been very detrimental to you guys' attack. But anyway, that's just one thing I noticed before you scored the second goal.
The second goal, he actually is the one who made it.
But mi kwangu alikaa na ball sana. Before he gave it to Calafiori, alikaa nayo sana.
He had to watch for the run as well. He won the ball, uko chini by the way. He's the one who won the ball. Deep enough in
the box,
akakimbia now across the goal, across the 18 box. Alafu ndio akawekea
Calafiori who then put it to Trossard.
So that was good. There was also a place where we were doing a counter attack and then I saw him doing almost like a fidget. Fidget spinning around. I'm like, what the hell are you
channeling the inner Anton.
There's someone who's there. I'm like, what are you doing? So he's been a bit suspect, but for that game, I will not castigate him. I think he had a good game.
Yeah.
I think he tried.
All in all,
because I've seen worse from him.
Yeah, I think all in all, one day I know the Cronkies will listen to this because you fired Edu. So whoever you replace Edu with, I think the Cronkies and whoever Edu's replacement is, I know they will hear this. And I really think it will come before even the August. And I know Arsenal, the Cronkies, I think once Havertz is fit, Havertz is your number 9 and Merino is your number 2. Do not even go to the transfer market. Don't go into the transfer market looking for a 9, okay? Don't.
What would you do?
Yes.
If Mikel Merino goes on and bags Arsenal the title? Zil is like, he goes and scores and scores and scores and scores.
I'd celebrate. Because I know you won't get a number 9 next season.
Wait, do you want Arsenal to win the league?
No.
You want Liverpool to win the
Forest
league?
to win the league.
They're not winning the league.
Oh, bro, Forest are only 3 points behind.
Come on.
Fuck, they're 6 points behind.
Exactly.
God damn. Forest.
It's gone. Is it the Arsenal or Liverpool?
God damn it, man.
Choose your evil.
Listen, from a fan who hates Arsenal perspective, I'd take Liverpool winning the league. But as a United fan,
that's what you are.
As a United fan, I'd stomach. I'd tolerate an Arsenal league win. I'd tolerate it.
Man United fans out there, I want to know this.
I'd tolerate an Arsenal league win.
If it was down to Liverpool and Arsenal to win the league, who would you take? Then
I'd take Arsenal winning the league.
Because you don't want Liverpool to get to the same league titles?
If you put me on the spot, man, hate aside, I'd take Arsenal winning the league.
All right, so...
plain, simple and plain.
Yeah.
As much as I don't want you guys to, from a hating perspective, I'd take it.
Yeah. All right, so, Mikel Merino, of course, backed the brace, good goals. Ethan Nwaneri. Chief, this guy...
You better hope he doesn't take the Greenwood path.
Hey,
you know?
The kid is only 17. How old was Greenwood?
Mimi nakumbuka Southgate alipeleka Greenwood na Foden kwa hotel. Foden akarudi akianza kupata watoi, but Greenwood alirudi akiwa UFC fighter. So I hope. I really hope.
I hope the humility you see on the pitch is also off the
because
pitch.
The kid is good. The kid is a gem.
He's fantastic.
And funny enough, I think if you're a football purist and if you know ball, ever since you saw that lineup, and even before the lineups were announced, everyone knew it's going to be Sterling, Trossard, Nwaneri.
Yes.
Everyone knew Nwaneri had to have a say in that game.
Yeah.
Everyone, I think, knew. Neutral or not. Yeah.
I mean, it would be crazy, though, if Mikel Merino continues scoring like Kai Havertz did. You know, it's actually almost the same time last year. After Dubai, ndio Kai Havertz alianza kubeng-beng.
Oh, hizo bao za Luton, hizo za
back to back. So it's crazy. And also, it would be like a Midas touch if Arteta actually turns Merino into a striker. Well, for now. Because Merino, as a midfielder, he was doing bad.
Oh, terrible.
Just like Kai Havertz last season as a midfielder. So it's crazy. Pushed him forward, he started scoring goals, just like Kai Havertz. So, but I feel like he's a better striker of the ball.
He's more level-headed
than
Kai
Havertz.
In terms of the decision making.
And also even more physical as well. I mean, he's not as tall as Kai. Kai is just a bit taller. But he's more physical as well. And then he's Spanish. So he can hold play, he can pass the ball. Because I don't know if you recall, there's a time Ethan Nwaneri hit the post with his right foot.
Yes.
That ball alikuwa amewekewa na Mikel Merino. So you can slide in and maybe hold up play and let the guys come in. False nine and all that kind of stuff. So time will tell if it shall be fruitful for the Arsenal or not. That was on Saturday.
Yes.
Same time. No. Is it same time?
No,
that was the early
kickoff.
Yeah. Sisi watu early kickoff by the way. Atuogopangi hizo vitu bana. Leteni. Mnataka tucheze early kickoff. Bring it. Mnataka tucheze late kickoff. Bring it. Mnataka Sunday 7:30. Just bring it. Whichever time it is, man. 6 p.m. on Saturday. Mahmoush arrived. Like, if you had any doubts about this man, maybe you don't have them any longer.
True.
But what the fuck was Newcastle doing, bro? Like, Miss Jay on Newcastle wakiwa that bamboozled.
Me, I think if vile walinamia City ndo watainamia Liverpool. I swear.
In the cup final or in the league?
No, in the league.
I don't think they do that.
In the league. In the cup final, they'll give their all. Because they have memory of 2 years ago us beating them in that cup final.
Yeah.
So I think watainamia Liverpool kwa ligi, but cup final watajitoma.
Yo, I don't think so, bro. Okay, I don't want to do that, by the way. But
seriously, when have you ever seen... Seriously, Newcastle are renowned for their robust midfield.
Yeah.
Gundogan was in that midfield and no Newcastle player touched him.
He was cooking.
No. Nico Gonzalez, you expect kina Tonali and kina Bruno Guimaraes to tell him, welcome to the Premier League.
Yeah.
And they don't do it.
Who the fuck was in the midfield, by the way? I think it was...
Nico Gonzalez, Gundogan. And
no, for Newcastle.
For Newcastle, it was Bruno Guimaraes, Tonali.
Joelinton and Willock.
Yeah, and Willock. Yes.
Where the hell was Bruno G?
But still, even if it's Tonali and Jolinton, surely you expect them to tell Nico Gonzalez, welcome to the Premier League. Gundogan, you're washed. Kill that midfield.
Absolutely.
Nothing.
Nani alikuwa so isolated. I've never seen him missing in action that badly.
Isak, Jacob Murphy, Gordon, nowhere to be seen.
I think Isak alikuwa the only one shot niligona alikuwa nayo Lito ilikuwa only one shot.
It was only one.
I think it was saved. I'm like, this is so unlike Newcastle. But I'm like, Omar Mamouche, my man, welcome to the England. Welcome to the Premier League. I want you to do the same thing that you did against Newcastle, against a team that you're going to be up against on Sunday.
So this weekend, does the prince become the king?
Good question. Only time will tell. There is nothing I would love more than to see a coup happening. The prince eventually usurping the king. We'll be there.
No matter what.
I want to see that happen. I think that makes up a very interesting game on Sunday.
Yes.
I mean, the two teams are in action in very crucial matches during the week. Of course, Man City travel to Madrid, where most likely we will spunk them.
Damn right.
Then Liverpool travel to Aston Villa, a tricky fixture against a team that is trying to get top 4. So I think Newcastle, they don't do that against Liverpool because of that top 4 fight. Because they know as well, if they don't get maybe top 4, top 5, which, because, you know, you never know.
They also want to.
The Champions League has a lot of money nowadays. And then maybe you have a chance of keeping Isak if you get the Champions League. True. If you lose him, then the money you then have gotten from him becomes less. So they have all the ambition, bruv.
Yeah.
So, Newcastle, man, you know what you gotta do when you go to Anfield? You gotta do. Turn the fuck up. Like they always set up against Arsenal.
The Geordies.
Ama jamaa wanasikia tu Arsenal going town.
Wanaonanga tu Arsenal bus. 3 points here we come.
Walai. Isak bowling like goddamn Maradona. Gordon hawezi guzika anakaa name. Murphy.
Jolinton ready for war.
Come on, man. So they need to do better.
Yeah.
6 p.m. Which other games are there?
Late kickoff was Everton Palace, but the other games at 6 p.m. were of
What's
course.
talking about?
I'm seeing Fulham beating Forest 2-1.
I was telling you about the roller coaster of emotions for Forest fans.
Yes. They went to Dubai just like you, man.
Walikuwa dubs.
Yes.
Walikuwa dubs kwa nini?
Maybe Nuno alikuwa ameenda hair transplant.
What the fuck are they doing? They had a cup match.
They came, cup match was rotated. They rotated in
Monday?
that cup match, on the Monday night.
That's why.
Then they went to penalties. Yeah. They won it on penalties.
Yeah.
Then over the weekend, losing to Fulham.
How do you get beat by Bournemouth for 5, beat Brighton 7, be taken to penalties by...
Was it Exeter? I think it was Exeter City.
Timu iko hata sijui kama nilikuwa ama ni wapi. Then you get dunked on by Fulham. It's a roller coaster of emotions. Kind of gives me hope when you meet them sometime later on. We might just, but they were from home. But says a lot about Fulham. And you guys are up against Fulham in a few days.
Guys, this score to settle that Traore has against Lisandro, by the way, it won't even be settled. Because Lisandro's out for the season, and right now we don't even have Ahmad. So I think your day kina Muniz, ama kina Raul Jimenez, ama kina Smith Rowe, kina Iwobi, they'll have a field day with us.
For sure. It's going to be a crack of a match. So, that's what's up on Saturday. Of course, the early kickoff of this game week was on Friday when Brighton welcomed Chelsea.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, what a cookout.
Oh, yeah.
What a kebab.
Brighton only good for 3 things in the Premier League.
Yes.
And I've noticed this recently. Brighton came to the Premier League to dunk on United, to dunk on Chelsea, and to offer us a good scouting department.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, well,
nothing else.
Wakimaliza hiyo, that's it. They have achieved their
agenda.
Bro,
wametuoa Rosafi. Wametuoa sisi na Chelsea.
Yeah.
Brighton wametuoa.
But ninyi mnaolewa na team sana. Mnagao, polygamous women. When women have many men, what are they called?
Umesema pale kwa Inange mademo anze kuvaa zile dress ziko na logo ya Man U.
You see Wolves, see Brighton, see Palace, see Spurs, Jesus. When they Palace hata mjayafunga bao.
Jesus Christ.
Manchester United, bana mko na msimamo, mwezi gawia kila mtu.
Crazy.
How many husbands do you have? 4?
But anyway, I think that Chelsea fixture showed Chelsea fans.
You're trying to get away from that.
Yeah, of course. Tuliongea mambo ya Amorim mapema sana. That Chelsea fixture showed us Chelsea fans why Maresca almost bottled the championship last season.
Yeah.
It also showed them that they, just like United and Arsenal, I know we are in the doldrums, Arsenal are in the title race, them they are trying to get top 4, but we all have the same problem. A proper goal scorer and the wingers to work. Yeah. Because for you, man, Saka, will work.
Yes.
For Chelsea, Madueke, ever since that hat-trick against Wolves early in the season, nowhere to be seen.
And I think he's injured now.
Pedro Neto, apart from that equalizer against Arsenal, wagwan for that. Sancho started the season well. Where is he gone? You see, at the end of the day, Nicholas Jackson also nowhere to be seen. Nkunku, you've been giving him easy fixtures in the Conference League. When he comes to play the real men in the Premier League, can't be seen. Cole Palmer, 4 games now without goal involvements. Where is it going? 4
games.
And I think the issue was in December, they almost had a chance to go top of the table. That's why they didn't invest in January. They did have a chance to go top of the league and they didn't invest in January. So their defense is lackluster because Colwill is now into the mistakes. Rhys James, Rudy Hosea, Malogusto substituting for him doesn't work.
Correct.
Goalkeeping situation yet to be solved. And then I'm looking at the midfield, which has worked for them this season, Caicedo, Enzo. But at the end of the day, the attack is what gives you goals.
And it's dead right now. It's dead right now. Cole Palmer, like you said, he's not cooking. They sold Joao Felix. That was a bit crazy. That was a crazy move for them.
Do you think, okay, fair, Pochettino tried Palmer in the right wing at some point. Do you think Maresca should try that?
Who that?
Palmer in the wing. And then put Nkunku as CM.
Yeah, he should try that. If he doesn't try that, he'll be a jabroni. Because Naskia alichezeshwa ka false 9 against Brighton and he was poor.
Didn't work.
As fuck. He has to try out things, just like your coach, man. Try something different. Because for a minute, we knew Cole Palmer as the right winger.
Yes.
When he was killing it last season. Number 10, well, he had this part where he was killing it, but not anymore.
Yeah, he's not as lethal.
That year he may dry out now. So you have to try a few things. Because top 4 seemed like obvious for Chelsea. Now it's not so guaranteed.
I even had them.
They're actually below Bournemouth.
Yeah, I even had them as the next era. There was the Liverpool era, United era, Man City era. I had Chelsea because they have a young team. If they get experienced, like an experienced centre-back, a good goalkeeper, and a gunman up front, I had them as the next guys to dominate. But right now,
it's not looking like that anymore, is it? So Chelsea, man, in the doldrums, like we told you, man, we apologize for putting the title contention talks you want.
Even the manager didn't want that kind of talk.
Even the manager saw it coming. In fact, I think Maresca could be a prophet, by the way. He said they are not in title contention talks and they weren't at all.
Do you think they can win the Conference League still?
Very possible.
Really?
They might just. That's their level, if you ask me.
Really?
Yeah.
Your conference is easy.
Aye?
The fact that Moyes did it does not mean... Unaona hata Emery alilemewa last season. Your Conference League is easy.
Okay, see rahisi.
Which one didn't happen knockouts?
Yeah. When you know, for conference for them, it's when you get to the quarters now. Or the semis.
Yeah. But right now, Maresca has renamed the squad. Kina Palma wameingizwa kwa conference. He's named the big man.
Maybe they might just cook. But there will be no bigger bottling than them not winning it.
True. Hiyo nayo ni aibu. Surely a big 6 club.
Imagine conference alafu mujipate Europa. But anyway, they might finish in the Europa League positions. Because even if they win the Conference League, just take them to Europa. So nothing big there. All right, that's how the cookie crumbled in match day 25. Of course, you're looking forward to match day 26. Manchester United in the doldrums, in crisis, and then some, whatever you want. But then only nimepatana na Manchester United na Old Trafford hapa chini.
Wapi?
As you are coming...
Old Trafford iko Manchester, bro.
Ndio tumepatana trash hapa.
Mimi sijaiona. Hapo ilikuwa inakaa Emirates. Ilikuwa inakaa place wezi eka trophy.
Trash inakaa mapanya mingi.
Ilikuwa inakaa place wezi eka trophy.
Iko wet, mapanya mob. You didn't see that?
Iko wet.
I told you.
Iko wet na mapanya mob?
Yeah.
Kwani demo wako?
Mapanya zinatoka wapi kwa demu yangu?
Me I don't know. Hebu muulize.
Kwani mlikuwa naye?
Kwani vintage?
So nilikuwa shanga, Old Trafford inafanya hilo waka, bro.
Get out.
A lot of trash and
kuna nuka dandora in the building.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck, bruv? But anyway, that's what's up. All right, Arsenal won with a false 9. We now have a new striker in the name of Mikel Merino. Manchester
You castigated him on Twitter, man.
Now we said we don't like the idea, not the player.
In a court of law, would that statement stand?
Absolutely. Easily. Kwanza wende kutolewa nje. You'd have lost the case and paid some lawyer fees. But that's what's up, man. Of course, don't forget to check this out on YouTube and check out the cats and trailers and everything else on our socials. TikTok, Facebook, for those who are in Facebook, Instagram, YouTube Shorts and everything else. Football Digest K. I've been Nyash, the Jabroni Slayer. He has been...
delete my club.
Brian Waudo. Catch you on the next one.